which keeps Andhra and Telangana, leave alone Andhra, Telangana, all over the India here, is Hyderabadi biryani. And Mr. Saab, I think he can vouch for me, and Hyderabadi halim. So let us forget all this, and if we want good biryani and good halim, let us remain together forever.
Let me start wrapping the show with the foodie. Hyderabad biryani, the solution. Mehboob Saab.
Yes, you see, it is a product of total amalgamation, and I am really confused here. Why should anybody think that they should leave Hyderabad?
Okay.
You see, Hyderabad has a history. Karnataka, Marathwada and Telangana. We lived peacefully for generations and centuries.
So no matter what happens, that won't change.
That will not change.
Mohan Reddy, last comments.
Yeah, I've got 3 points to make, Barkha.
Yeah.
Very quickly, I'll do that. The first and the foremost is that this violence, vandalism cannot continue forever. The political parties have to come forward and make this very clear statement saying that, this has to stop because this uncertainty cannot continue. The second one is we talk so extensively about inclusiveness in this country. So therefore, it's not developing Hyderabad, the Kakinada or Vizag. We need to definitely provide more amount of infrastructure, be it in Nizamabad, Karimnagar, Warangal, Khammam, all the places. I think that's the second thing that we need to do. And the third, the most important thing that we have to do is we got to bear in mind we're all Indians. That's, I think, the most important message all these politicians have to send across.
Last comment.
I think this mess is created by all political parties in this state. They bear a responsibility towards the people of this state to get us out of this mess, Self-righteous posturing on anybody's part will not help.
Telangana is an issue which is based on a development model. It is not about ethnicity, not about religion, it is not about any kind of politics. It is based about development. And why do you people oppose development?
I simply want to say, when I said it's a mess, it's not a mess. The whole political scenario, the posturing by the Rayalaseema people, the posturing by various factions within the Congress, the posturing by every political party. And when Rama Rao earlier said to me, I abuse politicians, if he goes through what I have written in the last 15 years, I'm one of the few people in this country who has argued that it is politics which will redeem us.
Okay.
Not bureaucrats,
so
not technocrats.
Quickly in one line, where do we go from here, Jyotirmoy? Your last comments.
A state reorganization commission with the consensus of all political parties which looks at the complete country, not piecemeal.
Okay. All right. Owaisi Saab.
I have 3 points to make. One, I would like to use this opportunity for we the people to request all the leaders of Telangana, Rayalaseema, Andhra, let us protect the property of the Andhra Pradesh. Violence has no place over here. You can have your own programs, but violence cannot take place. Secondly, I want to request the government of India intervene. Andhra Pradesh is heading towards president rule. Third point, the most important point, the future of Andhra Pradesh should not and cannot be decided without taking the minorities into consideration. Last point, I would request Mr. Rama Rao, as my younger brother, his leader, as my leader also, that for God's sake, don't issue such slogans. Take it back. Telangana comes or not is a different thing, but end of the day, we are Indians.
Madhu, last thoughts. Where do we go from here? How do we solve this crisis?
Asking Telangana is not anti-national. It's not a secessionist movement. Two, US has 35 crores population, 50 states, very strong federal system. Everybody agrees it's a strong democracy. India can have, with this over billion population, more than 29 states. Three, Telangana cannot come under in the second SRC thing because Pranabji says, or Pradhan Mantri says, it's a 50-year-long demand. A state was existing before it merged with other states.
So you stick to
that. So this is separate the other demands with other states.
Mr. Divakar Reddy, quickly.
As Mr. Jyotirmoy said, the only way to solve
They're saying including you. But so last thoughts. Yeah.
The only way in solving this problem, there must be a scientific this way we have to do. that means second SRC is inevitable. Then only we'll get the justice either that area or this area.
Okay, Ram, when I met your father and interviewed him, he said no deadlines right now. We are not setting deadlines. Can we hope, as a last word on this program, that there can be some internal dialogue, as somebody in the audience said, a political process, a systematic process to break the deadlock?
Well, Barkha, Telangana's fight, the struggle for separation is not for special rights. The separation, the yearning for separation is for equal rights within the existing state.
But what happens next?
Within the existing state.
What happens next?
The struggle has been on for the last 5 decades, and as some people have pointed out, that the electoral results in the recent election were not so good. But let me remind you, in 1971, Telangana Praja Samiti had won about 11 seats, 11 parliament seats out of the 14. But then Telangana was not conceded.
What happens
in
next?
2004,
Look ahead. What happens
five out of the 6 seats had been won. But in 2009, now the political consensus has been arrived at. All the political parties cutting across the spectrum now are in agreement on Telangana. And now that the UPA government has initiated the process, we are thankful to Madam Gandhi that she's initiated the process and she's basically fulfilling the long-cherished dream of the people of Telangana. And as I said, we are willing to wait for some time. That's not a problem because we understand this emotional issue. Division or a divorce is never amicable. It's always going to be messy. So certainly we do understand.
All right, I'm going to have to close here with saying that among the many programs that I've conducted, this has probably been amongst the most volatile. Tempers have been lost, emotions have been expressed. But in a way that's important. The nakedness of that is important because we're seeing how deep-seated and polarized opinion is here. And what we need our politicians to do right now is to desperately create consensus. Somebody has to come and bring people and opinion together. So please, apart from an appeal from Hyderabadi Biryani, this is also an appeal for mature political leadership. Thank you for being a great audience and thank you to the panel.
Thank you. Thank you very much.